Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Close to Be Milkshake. I am your host, a little fucking woo, because I had an energy drink. Yay! You can't have anything, can you? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's chicken. All right. So today we're going to talk about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard bullshit that's going on. I was asked last year to critique their relationship, and what I watched via them having a discussion amongst each other shocked, my follower. Like, oh my fucking God, that's not what I thought at all. And I thought, well, since the shit is showing up in my YouTube homepage right now, I guess they're in trial and stuff right now, that we'll talk about the shit. Why not? As you know, I usually don't do pop culture crap, but fuck it. So first I went and listened to a lawyer kind of break down what the fuck is going on, right? And then I'm going to critique their conversation that they were having. Okay? Okay. So the lawyer said, Amber Heard files for divorce May 2016 and a domestic violence claim. Granted a restraining order because she said she got an iPhone to the face. Later, she withdrew the domestic violence claim and he paid her off $7 million. Amber said that she would donate the $7 million to charity. She never donated shit. Amber smeared Johnny in 2018 during the Me Too movement. Okay. He got canceled from Disney. Okay, so he's suffering because of her claims, right? 2019, Johnny sues Amber for defamation. Amber counter-claimed defamation 2020, and that was thrown out. Now, defamation claim has to show, number one, defendant lied about the plaintiff. Number two, defendant made that lie to a third party. I think we all third party, right? Number three, defendant was negligent in lying. Not just negligent as in oops, but it was fucking malicious. Yes? She's like, you did this motherfucking thing. Now, they have to claim, find claim that it was malicious and not, because it could be true, right? Number four, plaintiff suffered reputational harm. Yes, money. He lost fuck tons. Defendant's lie caused plaintiff harm. That goes along with four, whatever. I don't give a flying fuck. Okay, let's get to the recording. Okay, so while watching an audio video on YouTube about the lovely couple that happened in May 2016, these are my personal findings. I'm going to read the notes that I took that came straight from the motherfuckers. Okay, yay, let's go. Okay, Amber, I want to trust you. All the trust is gone because you keep splitting. She means leaving. Okay, so they're having an altercation and he is leaving. Okay, so that's avoidant behavior. He doesn't want to fucking deal with the bullshit, right? This is the beginning of the thing. We don't know what's going down at all. Let's continue. Johnny, I'm not going to be in a physical altercation with you. Okay, so he's leaving because he's afraid that she's going to get violent. All right? Johnny said she hit him. She said he fought back. He said he pushed. So she's fucking hitting, and so they're, but she started the fucking shit. She is upset that he always leaves when there is conflict, when there is no physical violence. Okay, so she's just pissed that he fucking leaves. She wants to argue about whatever the fuck her grievance is. He's tired of the bullshit. Maybe, he's just tired of whatever the fuck she's making up in her head. And he already knows that it can escalate, so he's taking off. Now, I do want to say that listening to these things, Johnny Depp's behavior reminds him of myself. Okay? And she reminds me of a borderline. If Amber claims domestic violence, that's bullshit, because she continuously throughout this thing is claiming that she starts the physical violence. Every fucking time she says that she starts the shit. Okay? She's upset about Johnny always leaving when things get heated. So she's having abandonment triggers. She's feeling abandoned. He is removing himself. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I'm fucking out. It's not just to me. It is not just self-preservation of him being a man and not wanting to get in trouble, which he does say. He does say that. But his mannerisms, his attitude, and I wrote down different notes of him doing, narcissistic-y type verbal things, but him removing himself when there is conflict, I do that. Me. I either squash the whole fucking conversation and let's just forget the shit. I find no benefit in continuing a fight that's going to have no resolution, or I'm going to remove myself from the situation. I am not one that's going to nitpick at you. No. I'm out. Okay? We can talk about it later, or not at all. I just want to get away from the situation. So it's me physically removing myself, or me saying, shut the fuck up, let's not talk about it anymore. Not in a mean way, but can we not? Okay. She screams at him on many occasions and in this video. Amber says, you never try to work it out. You never come to me. You never fight for me. You never self-calm. You never self-soothe. You never extend the olive branch. Now, this is the thing that is, typical of borderline personality disorder. They want their partner to be the one to regulate their emotions. Okay? They need them to make sure that, everything is okay, and it's never enough, though. It's never enough, because the borderline is always going to want to self-sabotage the relationship anyways, or find a fucking reason to cause an issue, because they're not secure in the relationship, and she just constantly is just fucking I'm not secure. I don't feel secure. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. So she's pushing all this shit on him. Okay? She says, you're in this whether it's good or bad. You're not supposed to fucking leave. Now, you should be able to remove yourself from conflict so you can come back to it later. Although she claims that he just don't want to fucking talk about it. So anyways, she wants emotional safety and reassurance. After every fight, she says she is the one to come to him. Now, narcissists avoid and borderline seek out. We leave, the borderline comes. Okay? Now, the borderline will, fucking not leave you alone and keep blowing up your phone all over the goddamn place. Amber says that this makes her the stronger one and that Johnny is the coward. Johnny, then what are you here for? Basically, if you don't like it, leave. Right? Does that sound familiar? Okay, so she's complaining all the time. He's saying, then fucking go. If I'm such a terrible fucking person, then fucking leave. Narcissist term of awesome, right? Anyway, Amber, you are my favorite person in the world. Amber says that they both got married for security and safety reasons. And he didn't deny it. Amber then said that Johnny would pick apart the marriage. Then Johnny says, I said that I love you. I said that I love you and wanted to make you my wife. That's picking it apart. This can be seen as gaslighting, okay? Her reality is being discredited. She is talking about security. She's talking about you're my favorite person. She is talking about you always leave. She's talking about, you're a coward because you keep fucking taking off. And then he says, I love you and I wanted to make you my wife. How is that picking it apart? Saying I love you. Have you ever had your narcissistic person say, remember actions and words? So have you ever had your person say, I love you? What the fuck is that? That holds no fucking water. You know what holds water? Actions. So she's basically saying, you're not doing A, B, C, and D. This is what she's going to say. You don't do A, B, C, and D. She's complaining, fucking won't shut up. And he's like, but I love you. So that miracles everything. I'm perfect. I love you. Period. I said 3 words. Yay. Yay. So he wanted to segue away from her grievance over him being committed to the marriage. She would let him, no, she wouldn't let him, actually, I fucking wrote that wrong. He started to confuse her train of thought. She wanted him to stay on topic. This is another thing that cluster Bs do. They're going to try to divert you away from whatever the fuck they're talking about. And so, you get all confused and shit. So she is constantly being thrown these little fucking bombs and moved out of the conversation. Does this change that she's violent? No. But people online are saying that motherfuck's an empath. No. He's definitely cluster B people. He talks about how he loved her. She singles out the D in loved. He corrects himself. I love you. Okay? She lists all the things she wants in the marriage. He says he wants those things too. Then Johnny says, but when you start flipping out, I can't get a word in edgewise. It's manic and angry. He continues, if there is anger and something really poking us in the ass, let's try not to fight and jump down each other's throats. So he is taking equal responsibility in the fight, that they're both, in that moment, he, is saying we need to, communicate a lot better. Saying you're going to communicate in the future, it does nothing. It does nothing. That's a future fake. I have had my ex-person tell me, and we made a list on how to communicate better. And guess what? When the fight arose, I'm like, wait, on the list, we're supposed to do this. He's like, fuck that, I don't care. Okay, so he said, let's try not to fight and jump down each other's throats, because all that's going to do is build up resentments and hatred within the love. You say you don't trust me. Okay, I'm a flake. I'm this and that, he says. So he knows that he is not being 100% present in the marriage. I don't give a fuck. But when you are not, when it comes to a borderline, they need so much care and attention from their partner that if you are a fucking nothing on their jock 24/7, yeah, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get Amber Heard going crazy. Okay. Secondary psychopath, when they get mad, when they feel abandoned, secondary psychopath, they're going to throw shit and fuck you okay? Then they start blame shifting. Both. Why are you with me if I'm so terrible? Both of them say this now. Okay? Amber, you take me for granted. You ignore everything I do for you. You make me sound terrible. You don't fight for me. You never want to get to the bottom of the issue. You split. You don't fight. Okay, so this reminded me of my ex-borderline who, every time that I left, hung up the phone, left the fucking relationship after him going crazy. He wanted me to fight. He wanted me to stay and argue. Well, guess what? Over time, when I did stay, when I did argue, when I did fucking rage on his ass, motherfucker did not like that either. So they never happy. They never happy. Let's see. Then Johnny says, I'm not the one throwing pots. Okay. So Johnny justifies leaving the situation because of violence. He doesn't want to get upset where he does hit her back. He did say this. He's like, you are freaking out. You're going fucking crazy, and he's going to defend himself, or he's going to get so fucking angry and worked up that he's going to fucking be violent back at her. Because you know that your cluster B can say the most verbally vile fucking things, man. And you're just like, and they'll go into the fucking resentment file and they'll pull shit up from your past and just trigger the shit out of you, right? Johnny calls Amber a liar. She says that he makes up shit in his head to third parties. This is when a security guard was going around. She was becoming violent or going to be violent. He calls the security guard to come up, and then they're trying to talk to the third party, and Johnny's trying to tell the third party she's going to be fucking violent. She's saying, no, I'm not, no, I'm not. I think she did actually hit him, and she's basically calling him a pussy because he couldn't take the hit. She laughs and starts going off. He tells her, calm down. And she apologizes and calms down. Amber starts denying that she lied about being violent. Then she starts talking about her being violent. So she does lie. She does gaslight. She does, try to flip it or justify her violence, right? And yeah, it's fucking all over this fucking thing. She admits to hitting him as well. Amber, why do you run away when there aren't violent fights? I stopped watching this after fucking 30 minutes because I got everything I need to know. I do believe that Johnny's on the cluster B. He's a fucking narcissist big time because you're not in Hollywood unless you are not. Sorry, fucker, sorry. So he is. He is calm. He is cold. He is dismissive. Now, if he's not a narcissist, he has an avoidant or dismissive personality disorder. But what the fuck ever, man. He is also a cluster B. And this is why he is enmeshed with this fucking woman, or was, and she's fucking a borderline dude. So everybody said, she's a narcissist and he's an empath. No. Anyways, this is just my assessment. Of course, I am not a anything except a cluster B myself, but these are the spidey, tingly senses that is get in. Do you understand? Do you understand? So that should be fucking double buckets of water being held. Okay? Anyway, I hope you have a great day. And Mr. Chicken says...